Oh, 1, 2, yes. We will start in very, very soon. If you don't have a chair here, can you hear us now? Ich glaube, du musst mich noch. Test, test, test. Hello, 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 hello. Ooh, that sounds like something. I'm gonna rap now, sorry. Ja, so. Okay, we're gonna start very, very soon. If you don't have a chair here, it's okay, because we're also streaming into the other room. So if you're a jammer, then it makes sense to throw somebody out who's not a jammer. But if you don't get a chair here, then just go over to the lounge. There we have more seating arrangements, and also we stream over there. One, two, okay. Okay, cool. Okay. Welcome everybody who's new to the Global Game Jam, and welcome to the Jammers to the End presentation. You made it. It's amazing how many people made it here. It's amazing how many jammers made it to this point, and nobody has fallen asleep yet. So that's good. If you see somebody falling asleep, just nudge them and then they can pay attention again. There's going to be a quiz later. Maybe. So, the Global Game Jam itself is a very simple concept. For those of you who have never heard of it, that would be a bit surprising, but still a very short introduction to what we did here over the last 48 hours. Because the people who were participating were making games. For us, it was over 25 games that were created here in the last 48 hours. There was one common theme across all over the world, because in many, many other places this happened as well. So there was a common theme that all these games were created under. So this year there were, can you continue a bit? This year there were over 30,000 jammers in 800 locations worldwide. So a lot of venues, they were starting up after the pandemic again. They were going physical again, like we did as well. So it's not as much as we had before, but come time it will probably break new records, as it usually did every year. For us, we did a hybrid game jam, so that means we have our 80 people that were sitting here, and then we had another 10 to 15 people who were joining digitally, and we're creating the games with the people together here. The jam itself, can you? So we were jamming here, we were creating over 25 games, as I said, in 48 hours. With all the people that were here, that means that the time that was spent here was about half a year if you're a small 2-person indie team. So that's pretty great. Or it's a bit over a day if you're a really big AAA studio. Still great. I mean, it's still very impressive. So that was the amount of time that was spent here, the amount of creative energy that was spent on these games that you're going to witness here. So even the participants probably haven't seen all the games. The guests haven't seen any of the games. All of them will be playable online on the Global Game Jam platform, if everybody manages to upload them. But we're also going to have a showcase after the presentations where you get to play all these games and also eat some pizza and get some drinks and whatever. I want to show you the video again of the theme that we had. Okay, it's starting. So just to show you again what was the theme of the Game Jam that was set by the Global Game Jam Committee this year. So for the participants, they can remember 2 days ago what inspired them, and they can realize that maybe their games are something completely different, maybe not. And for the guests, they will see it for the first time probably. So that was this year's theme, and we'll see how many root puns we get in all of the game names. Of course, before we can start, there's a few thanks that we need to give. A game jam of the magnitude that we have, it was 80 people, wouldn't be possible without our great sponsors that we had. The SAE Institute, of course, is what we are sitting in right now. They provided the venue, they provided drinks, they provided some of the food. Our headline sponsor, Sync Reality, who sponsored us a lot to allow us to give you the premium food that we had here. So hopefully everybody liked it. The Games Week Berlin sponsored us with some equipment so we can properly stream it, so we can include the digital jammer, so we can have everything that is being said here for posterity, which is amazing. The Games Academy as a big sponsor. We had Beta Fish sponsoring a lot of their vegan tuna fish sandwiches, which we still have some of in the fridge, so you can even try those if you haven't tried them yet, as well as some of their tuna spread, which is also great, that you can also try. And the S4G sponsored us this year as well. So many, many thanks to all of these sponsors. So now a few words from our headline sponsor, from Sync Reality, about what their tool is about, what they are doing, so you also know what this is, because some people might not have heard of them. Do you want to do that? No? Somebody wants to. Crowd surf here.
Global Game Jam and actually to jam with you all together. I'm not a game developer. I'm the community manager of Sync Reality, also doing the Amaze Festival, which is in May. But yeah, we're here for giving you the opportunity to play around with the Sync Reality XR design tool. And we had a presentation yesterday, and we met some game jammers who also use the tool. So maybe you want to tell us a little bit about the tool and the experience here at the Global Game Jam.
I think I wouldn't go too deep again, because I told you again already 2 days ago, we make a tool that lets you basically replace the real world with virtual assets very easily. You can later also try the game out that our team jammed here. We used our tool there. It's quite funky, and yeah. If you want to try out to delve into Spatial XR, come to us, talk to us. We are glad to help you if you want to try creating stuff with us.
Thank you. But now, without further ado, of course, you're here to see some games, so some games what we will show you. But first, we want to make a small picture of all the lovely people who are here. I need my phone for that. Of all the tired people. Now we get to the presentations. Can you continue? Yes. So the presentations, every team will have a very maximum of 5 minutes. 3 minutes would be ideal, because we do have 25 teams to get through, as well as having to set up everything. We're always going to tell you which team is going to be the next team, and then also which team should come here to prepare. Every team should know how this works, because we talk to everybody. And if you don't, then you did something wrong, sorry. But we'll figure it out, I'm sure of it. For the presentations, make them brief. So get to the point very quickly. Talk about your personal experience that you had during the jam. So what was cool for you? What was something that you learned? Something that surprised you? And then, of course, I had a third point that I forgot. It was all there. And oh, make it intriguing, yes. Of course, you want to get people to play your game afterwards. You don't need to explain your whole game, because then nobody has reasons to then seek it out and play it in the showcase. So we're going to start with Turnip Terror, I believe. So Turnip Terror can already come here and prepare their presentation, and afterwards going to be so they can come here and prepare. We need one person, maybe somewhere here in the front, who wants to take the time. Do I have a volunteer for that? Yeah, after 3 minutes you give them a first sign, and then after 5 minutes it's over. Yeah. You need to take your own time. Sorry.
All right, time starting. All right, perfect. My name is Nina, and I'm here to represent our team and our project, Turnip Terror. But first, I want to quickly introduce you to my team, which consisted of Merit and me as 2D artists, our wonderful game designer, Benjamin the Chef Spatz, and our programmers, which were Benedict and Richard. And well, let's get into the game. First of all, you're gonna see the gameplay in the back. First of all, the premise is that you are hungry and evil, and you are going to make a salad, a very delicious one, and you want to harvest the cute little baby turnips in your garden, but beware of the turnip mother, which is going to protect her brood, or is trying to protect her brood. So if you see her on your screen, you should not take any further action, because otherwise that's going to happen. And yeah, for the gameplay, it's a couch co-op game with a sort of arcade-like gameplay. And it's highly inspired by the children's game Red Light, Green Light, if you know that. So yeah, we had lots of fun developing it, I think. I speak for the entirety of my team when I say that. We didn't quite, we didn't quite get to finish everything that we wanted, but yeah, I'm pretty sure we are happy with the results that we got, and it was a great experience. And if you want to try it, you can do that later, and you can also find us on HTML.
Thank you. So next team is and after that it's gonna be we'll soon know. Reverse person shooter is gonna be after those.
Sure. I'm ready. Okay. So, hello, I'm Christian. Welcome to our presentation of the game, which is a tragic, very serious story in the root zombie post-apocalypse, where a father has to find his son who was abducted by zombies. As you can see, very serious. We took it deep to our heart, and yeah, it's. I'm gonna let the pictures speak for themselves. As for my team, we have here Gabriel. Alright. Can we make the music a bit louder? Okay. So, this game has full 4 levels, telling the story continuously in comic form between all the levels. All the art here was drawn by Michi. It's his first time working as an artist. the sound was made by Gabriel. Oh. One important mechanic of the game is, because the topic is roots, and root zombies alone are a bit vague and haphazard, so obviously we did the thing where we said ammunition are now root vegetables, which you need to plant and wait for them to grow before you can pick them up again. This is what you see here now. That's the game. 4 different levels. Here he's waiting until here is waiting. Pardon me. Level design. Yeah. We're done.
Thank you. So the next team is gonna be reverse person shooter. After that we're gonna have overgrown. And for the people who are standing over there, if you don't want to stand but sit, we are also streaming all of this into the lounge over there. So you can just follow, I think it's the toilet signs, because we didn't put up signs to the lounge. So just basically through the door there, then to the right, and then you'll see a room where there's already people, so you can go there to sit. So reverse person shooter now, you're, and overgrown afterwards.
Was your scene also named Global Game Jam 2013? Yeah, I fucked it up too. Can you say something real loud, Matteo?
Hello!
Barely works.
Silence, please. Our friend wants to speak.
Yes. You're addressing the audience.
Oh god.
There's no digital
Hello.
drama. We downloaded him from Copenhagen. He helped us out with our game. It's reverse person shooter. And we had a simple question: what happens in between the loading screens when you're frustrated and just failed at a level and you're trying over and over again? Who's responsible for putting everything back into place? We aim to answer this question once and for all.
Oh fuck, no. No, 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 no. God fucking. God damn it, I'm sick of this shit. Okay, let's go. Skip, skip, skip.
Alright people, you know the drill. Clean everything up before the loading bar is through. Go, go, go!
Thank you for you to do your job. And reset everything back into place. It's the final level. Put the player back at the start. And of course you have to relock all the achievements that you unlocked before. Everything has been T-pose. The animations load when they play it here. They won't notice if anything is janky. Thankfully we have a big storage of scientists in our little default test locker room. These physics are real time. Thanks to the Gemmas who helped us make these NPCs. First you have to undo the bullets that were shot, suck them back in. How do we do?
Recommended. Fast loading, fast gameplay, better levels, 10 out of 10 go team. Less than 2 hours gameplay, so I refunded.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So the next team is Overgrown, and afterwards there will be Wurzelwerk. Oh, it's you. Who's doing the presentation? Nobody.
Yeah, hello everyone. We are from Twin Drums. You can't see everyone, but here are two beautiful people as well. Say hello. There's a camera. You can also look into the camera if you like. The webcam? No. Okay. Yeah, we are from Twin Drums and we joined this game jam in Berlin because we wanted to have a good time and accidentally landed on our main theme, Vagado Chronicles, which is also our MMORPG. And please press the button player A. Let's see what happens. See, in this beautiful idyllic world, we have this little spirit of our planet in the middle of this planet. He is sadly asleep, so there are some weeds that try to reach the inner of the planet and infect it. We have our little spirits, little saplings of our party, the spirit of the world, who try to protect it with planting flowers, grabbing the weeds, and obviously also watering the flowers and harvesting them and use them against the weeds. The spirit is slowly recovering. As you can see, the bar fills up. This game can be played with like endlessly players, as we haven't put in a limit, so you can basically put in 8 Xbox controllers and raise up the difficulty a bit and try to beat this level with more than 1 player, or more than 2. Right? We managed to do it. Oh, it could work out. It could work out. Let's see. They should be able to make it right. And they did it, but they skipped the end screen. We still have kind of sweaty fingers from really hardcore coding before, right? So we had a few last minute bugs that were a bit fiddly, but we managed to pull it off. From the credits, which we sadly skipped, also want to mention this beautiful person, Marcos from Audio Creatures, who provided us with the amazing music and sound effects. Also Sylvia, our VFX artist and tech artist person here.
And the other two.
Yes.
Come on up.
Come. Michelle, our beautiful 2D artist who created all this crazy world. And also Vic and me, Susie, trying not to burn out from a little bit not crunchy, but kind of funny coding sessions, right? We also want to thank all the persons who joined by and stopped by and talked to us. It was a really great experience meeting some of you, and also you're such wholesome persons, so thanks for being so open-minded and just talk to people like us. So thanks to you as well. So yeah, that's it from us. We give it over to the next team. Or not.
So next team is going to be Wurzelwerk. Where are they? They should already be here, but they're not. So Wurzelwerk is setting up now, and project Tetris is going to get ready. So Tetris will be the next team, so please come here and already prepare. And Wurzelwerk is ready now.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, this what you will see right now. Okay. Okay, yeah, we are the team of Wurzelwerk. In Wurzelwerk, you play as a tree trying to grow, and how can the tree grow? He needs, of course, more nutrition.
You are a beautiful tree. Now, as a tree, you enjoy sunshine and air and day and night and some occasional birds nesting on your branches. But to grow, you also need to find food, and for that you need to grow roots. On the bottom of the screen you can see 6 tiles, and you can try dragging one of those tiles onto your roots.
Yes, Wurzelwerk is a tile-laying game in which you you layer tiles to grow your branches, and you only ever
3
grow
liters a day,
one
they say.
branch. So you can always decide to end your current build, but then this branch will always be closed off. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to go to these nutrition caches where you're going to get more tiles for later playthroughs and grow your network more and more, so your tree at the top can also blossom and grow to the top. Yeah, let's maybe talk a little bit about our team. We had 2 absolutely brilliant programmers who did a lot of hard calculations with hexagons, Nias and Robin. We had a perfect pixel artist. Playing the game. That's a Leon. Richard doing sound design. Fabian doing game design and general art stuff. And myself, Marius, doing a little bit game design. Yeah, and of course we had this beautiful voice you heard, Doom for All, from the Discord channel, who also wrote all the narration you can hear. Yeah, we playtested a lot with a paper prototype. And integrated a lot of features to make it work, and yeah, we think it's pretty fun. Maybe you want to try it later. Thanks.
Thank you very much. So it's Tetris now, and afterward it's gonna be Beetroot. So Beetroot can already come up and plug themselves in, and Tetris, sorry. Tetris, I think it is. Tetris. I messed up the pun. Are you ready? No, you're taking this, and he's doing the magic.
Hello everyone. Hope everyone had a great jam. I'm from Tetris team. My name is Ricardo, and I'm the programmer. Georgios is also a programmer. Jonathan there is also a programmer. And we have a 4th member who unfortunately could not come today, which is Dominic. He's also a programmer, so he's home now. And that's our game. After discussing a lot and dropping 8 game ideas, we decided to go with a time-based puzzle where you place the roots and your objective is to reach underwater, because that's exactly what real trees do. So yeah, and you get random pieces, and the pieces can't cross each other, so it's physics based, and nodes in the route can go bad if times expire, so you need to go run against the clock to get your objectives. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So you can watch some gameplay. You want to say something? Yeah, it can get hard very fast. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you. So beetroot is the next one, and afterwards the root of all evil. So root of all evil, please show yourselves and come here and plug yourselves in.
Hi. We are a team of 4 people, and this is our first Global Game Jam. Nobody really wanted to present, so the music guy, me, has to present it. Our game is called Beetroot. As you can see, the character is a beetroot, but it's not an ordinary beetroot. It's a beetroot, like the beat, and yeah, it reacts to music. It has to react because it has to run from these zombies. Different mechanics based on the instruments, like keys and drums, and yeah, you have to react to escape from a farm which got infected by zombies, or beetroot zombies.
Thank you very much. So the root of all evil is the next team, and afterwards the S3-oid miners. More tree puns than root puns so far. So S3-oid miners, please come here and prepare yourselves. And the root of all evil is ready.
Okay, hi, I'm Josh. Before we start, quick confession, I know nothing about games. I'm a writer and I got invited here by my lovely team, who are all amazing game artists. Our game is The Root of All Evil, as you can see behind us, and we're gonna show you only a tiny bit of it, because it's a short game, but it's a very lovely looking game, and also an incredibly written game, if I do say so myself. These 3 people worked their asses off and barely slept to make something that looks like this, and it really is fantastic. In the game, you are basically a woodsman sent out by his village to cut down an evil tree that is corrupting the nearby area, and you get to interact with some people who are in the woods, get to read some notes, and basically learn about the story. And I think giving anything more away would kind of defeat the purpose of playing it, because reading and walking is mainly what you do in here, but it really is a lot of fun. It's very atmospheric, and I definitely think it'd be a lot of fun for people to explore. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. It's great, we had a lot of fun.
Thank you very much. We have a combo breaker. So we're doing first this and this. Asteroids is fine. Okay. Okay. So asteroid miners is the next one that we're gonna have, and after that it's gonna be. What? A sing is the name of the game.
Hi, we are a board game group that made Asteroid Miners. I'm Kathleen.
I'm Toby.
Yes, and I'm Joseph. So our board game concept is just in general, we have two trees who are competing for natural resources on one asteroid. So the asteroids are limited, and you and your enemy try to build a big root network to gain these resources, and also can stop each other's routes from continuing, and you can also take over routes. So it's just a fun two-player game that you can play anytime. Yeah. Anything to add?
Yeah, what you're seeing here is still in the prototype stage. We've cleaned it up a bit. It looks a lot different from graphics perspective by now. You can come play it later. And yeah, I guess we'll just watch me lose now.
I can also talk about some challenges we faced. We started out with two trees trying to reach the same endpoint at the bottom of the board, so they were both on the same side, which was not so fun. And then we put two trees on opposite ends of each other, trying to compete for the same resources in the middle, which was more fun. Another thing we struggled with was the visual aspect of the routes, and at first it felt very noisy. We struggled with being able to see all the possible routes of yours and your opponents in a turn, which could make a turn very long. But thanks to Joseph, we now have a finished, beautiful tile piece model that makes it easier to see and doesn't have so many different colors. Okay, yeah, please join us and try it out.
So next game is going to be a sing, and after that it's going to be deep rooted. So deep rooted is going to get ready. A sing is already here. And our tech department, Matt, is telling me to remind you that this is the middle of the stage and you should stand here if you're presenting. Well done, Luca.
I'm standing on it. So I was cooking most of the time, so I didn't have the time to make a game. So you're going to see a presentation about documentation to make a game. I had some ideas through the night, and for a burnout simulator, which is played in a calendar. This is how it looks like. As you go through the calendar, you have the task opening up telling you what's going on. So definitely not me. He's currently scheduling workshop. And then when you hit, for example, the purple meeting, there are meetings on top of your tasks. And then what happens is definitely not me is now trying to schedule workshops. And definitely not me is undoubtedly actively participating in this meeting. And sometimes when you are doing a meeting, this happens. Fran is writing to you, and they want to hang out. Actually, this can happen at any point. And then you have a big yes button popping up in the center of the screen, slightly more hidden yes and schedule button, and then a very hidden no button that is usually the same color as the background and keeps moving, preferably away from your mouse. Now, if you press yes, but do not schedule, what's going to happen is the message is going to start being in your head and floating around, and it's never going to go away until you actually do something about it. And if you keep saying yes to things and not schedule anything, you're not going to be able to read the screen. If you press no, then you just keep having this mess. And if you press yes and schedule, you get to schedule it in the only empty spot you have, if you have one. If you don't have empty spots, you put it either in the future or you on top of other things. And if too many things are happening and your schedule was overloaded, eventually your character is not going to do what's on the schedule. And now everything you're skipping while you're, for example, binging video essays starts becoming floating things that you need to reschedule now. And if it's really, really bad, you're not even binging video essays. You're even playing League of Legends.
Thank you. Deep-rooted is the next team.
Obviously, this has nothing to do with the theme.
Yeah, so Deep-rooted is the next team. And then is Foot here and going to present? Yes? Good. So Foot is getting ready, and Deep-rooted is presenting now.
Hi everyone, my name is Valerie. We set out to do a game about becoming a perfect couch potato. And it was supposed to be a deck builder game. We kind of didn't get to the deck building part, but we did do like a janky dialogue system and brought a lot of funny dialogue. So you are trying to come up with excuses not to go out and take root in your couch. Yeah, so our team was myself and Timur. We did all the programming, and then Angela and 2 other team members who unfortunately didn't make it today. Naracha and Vasily. Naracha was also an artist, and Vasily did all the writing and game design. For everyone except myself, this was the very first game jam, so a round of applause for everyone, for my other team members who sort of did this for the first time. And thanks everyone, and have a great end of the jam.
Thank you very much. So next up we're gonna have Foot, and afterward it's gonna be Low Spirits. So Low Spirits, please come up here and plug yourselves in. Is Low Spirits here? I see somebody moving.
Okay, I'm gonna. Hi everyone, my name is Ashwin, and very new to game designing and Unity. So sticking with the theme, so I decided to combine the theme and my favorite sports, football. So yeah, so it's very basic. So when you, okay, maybe, okay. So when you score a goal, you get to plant a tree. And okay, sorry. Okay, and new trees should be coming up, which maybe not. And yeah, actually I would like to combine this with actually when you are playing, you can actually plant a tree in a real life, which actually takes in India as less as $1. So please, we need more trees. So thank you.
Thank you. So Low Spirits is the next team. Whatever you want. The one that's free when you come here. And after that it's going to be Mushy Love. So Mushy Love, please come up here and get ready. And Low Spirits is ready now.
Yeah, I can go ahead and start and introduce what we're going to be talking about. So we made a game that's called Low Spirits, and it's a game about communication, actually. It's a game that teaches active listening. You play a bartender who ended up in hell by being very bad at listening. And so your job is to serve the customers who come in by listening to their problems and giving them a drink. And it's a virtual reality game. So the way that it works is you pour the drink, which has a possible response on it. So we also did all of
You ended up in hell because you never listened to other people.
Oh yeah, we have voice acting.
Today is your first day at your new bartending job, here at the Soul Regret. If you wish to redeem yourself, it's time to figure out how to do a good job.
help different customers with their problems by listening to them. And if you do particularly well, they may end up talking to each other. And yeah. Yes, I'm Carnelian. I did the writing for the game, and Nikki did some of the coding, and Seb did the environment, and then Meredith did a lot of the coding as well. We also have a mascot, Bananiel. You can put on the virtual reality helmet and try it later.
Thank you. So next game is going to be Mushy Love, and after that is Root Motion. So Root Motion, please come up. And Mushy Love is looking very ready.
I'm waiting for the rest. All right, party people, how's it going? So this is our team. It's me. I'm usually a game artist, game designer. I did music. That's Isaac, also up there. He's a 2D illustrator. First game jam. First ever game jam and first ever game made. Then we have Daniel, our lovely programmer, all together with Freddy. And yeah, we did Mushy Love, or Fungal, because the name switched back and forth, I don't know. So it's a mushroom dating sim, and that's that. I guess you can just go ahead and just start it up. And we'll see. It's not placeholder text. This is the text. That's all you get. What is it? 1, 2, or 3? Hey, we're not in 1933 anymore, okay?
So for this game, we were not able to finish it, like a lot of games, but I really wanted the central theme to be weird and to just have fun with it. It was my first game jam, and it was my first time with games in general and art direction. Nah. And I really wanted to keep it fun and silly, and we didn't really know if there was going to be a game until about 30 minutes before this, so...
So yeah, this is the game. I think we'll be upstairs somewhere if you want to try it out or have a listen to the song that is running in the background. Because there's a second version of it with a weird twist. So if you're interested in that, feel free to just come at me. I'll show it to you.
Thank you very much. So next up is Root Motion. Are they actually here? Because I don't think... No, they're not. Okay. So next team is Root... Oh no. Root Motion's there? Okay. Ah. Yeah, then Root Motion comes up here. And after that it's going to be Root Rush. So Root Rush can also already come up here and plug themselves in. Strom ist irgendwo da rechts drüben. Okay, so Root Motion is getting ready. Root Rush is Root Rush here? Yeah, so you can already come here and plug yourselves in.
Hi, we're Sada, Stefko, and Phil. We tried to make, I guess, an interactive audio experience, and the eternal lesson of trying to add too much and making it too complicated resulted in just an audio experience where things kind of just move forward. And we would like to show you that now, actually. The audio part is probably not going to work. I think it might not do that. I don't think there's too many options. So.
Thank you very much. So next up we have Root Rush, and then it's Root TD. I wonder globally how many games have root in their name. Probably like a few tens of thousands. So Root TD can already come up here, and Root Rush is ready.
So hey guys, I'm Martin, the gameplay programmer for our team, and during this weekend I had the fortune of working with my absolutely wonderful team. Benno, our 3D artist, Giuseppe, our UI programmer, Samuel, our sound designer, composer extraordinary, and last but not least, Chef, who unfortunately couldn't be here, but hopefully is joining us live. And our game, Root Rush, is essentially taking the concept really literally. So, let's play. Set in a post-apocalyptic world. The city might look familiar, I don't know. You are a single root that who is trying to reach the core of the Earth. And because of the state of the current world, You have to avoid obstacles such as explosives and radioactive waste as on your journey to the center of the Earth. And throughout the game, you can actually pick up power-ups that actually make you faster, and bombs that actually assist you in clearing the way, and so on. Sound seems to be a little bit delayed, so it's fine in the middle, trust me. Almost there, getting closer, closer. There we are, center of the Earth. Thank you, and thank you all for participating in this amazing event.
Thank you. So the next team is going to be Root TD, and afterward Worm Wants to Live. And also at this point I want to say hi to everybody joining us on stream, because all of this is streamed on the Games Week Berlin channel. So we not only have the other people in the other room watching us right now here, but also lots of people on the internet. How many are we? 20? More? More than 20. So, and they're also, I think they're also commenting and stuff. So nice. So Worm Wants to Live gets ready, and now it's Root TD.
Thanks. I'm Titus. Hi, this is Fred, Pia, and Justus at the computer. I guess you can slowly start the game, and I'll say a few words about it. So Root TD for Root Tower Defense, quite literally. Nice sounds and a tower. We are defending as a player. Now in the tower lives a wizard slash chemist slash botanist who's gone a little too deep with his gardening. He has 3 patches of roots, and the roots are going a bit wild. Now he can click them to destroy them. In this case, they're going quite fast though. So the idea of the game is he can start eradicating all of them, but then he doesn't get so many killed roots, which give him resources. So there is kind of a balance. Do you grow certain patches in size and in amounts, or do you just start eradicating all of them? A lot of gameplay depth there that is still ready to explore. We got as far as 2 different tools and some nice roots that once they reach the castle, they start sticking to it. So maybe we get to see some of that. Yeah, it's getting a little dangerous. So we might see some sticky roots at some point. That's pretty much the game. We kind of use this as a Unity learning experience opportunity. Fred, is there anything you liked or learned about Unity especially?
I learned...
About 3D modeling?
Yes.
Sketchpad, lots of expertise?
Yes.
We got you on GitHub,
Yes.
Google Drive, a lot of useful things.
Yes.
Game design basics, pretty much.
Yes.
Pia helped us with some UI, I learned some good stuff there. And Justus and I worked together on the procedural stuff for these roots. A lot of the time went into that, with some cool results right there. Yeah, that's the concept. Maybe we'll work on it a bit more to build some more tools and cool roots. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Worm Wants to Live is the next presentation, and afterward it's going to be Root for the Ginger. So Root for the Ginger, please gets ready and comes up here. And Worm Wants to Live is here now.
Hi, yeah, I'm Patsy. This is, we wanted to ask, what if there was a game where to play it you had to crawl on your face like vermin? And, yeah, I was, how are you doing over there, buddy? Okay. Please, yes. I was doing some pixel art visual development for this project. Jonas here, our fearless leader, was developing, as well as Sami and Marinella. And yes, we had marvelous help from Titus here. And yeah, it was very educational for me, at least, because I was taking the role of a sort of Make-A-Wish kid who was like, hey, we can make your drawings into a game, wouldn't that be fun? And you know what? It was. So, you take the role of a worm in a three-dimensional space, and if you hide under the earth, you're perfectly safe. But, in order to find the juiciest and least poisonous roots, you need to poke your little head up. Check on the flowers, but watch out. Up in the sky, there's someone with their eye on you. You gotta hide again. It simulates the fear of the primal predator-prey relationship between bird and worm, and also between worm and delicious carrot-looking thing. Yeah, any particular challenges or enjoyable experiences any of us had we want to share? Okay. Yeah, I'm sure some of you passed by our workspace and saw us wriggling around on the floor. That was playtesting. That's what playtesting looks like. Oh yeah. Okay, be ready.
That's how you play the game.
Okay, oh, he's taking a look. Watch out. All right. Yeah, thank you everyone very much. Have another one of these, I'll be back.
Thank you. So the next theme is Root for the Ginger. And after that, it's going to be Hidden Harvest. Hidden Harvest is here somewhere. Yes. So you can already come up here and plug yourselves into the second HDMI cable. You ready?
Usually. So that's a hard act to follow, where I think our team name was actually Ginger Ale, which obviously isn't seen anywhere. And we made a 2D side-scroller where you get to interact with earth, dirt. We had a beautiful 5-man team. Unfortunately, one of us is sick and has been sick since Saturday, but they've been working vigilantly from home. So the tall guy over there, Sebastian. What's your name again? What was your name? Clemens. Yeah. Clemens, Ines, myself, and Adrian online. Hi, I'm Cole. So we're going to show the game on the screen. I was a bit convoluted about what I wrote. I don't think anybody's going to understand it, but I think that's what art is. Do you want to start? Who would think a vegetable could do something so detestable, tearing firstly through their ties, slicing two behind my eyes? Do you want me to explain that, or do I just keep reading? That then told tale throbbed through, though thoughtlessly, that their text then traced to trivial. Team, turn thy thoughts to this transcript that tell two Tagalog tirades that are true to today. I'm a root. I'll prove it. I'll dig till I prove it. There's some text missing there, but we'll get that eventually. And then you can see our gameplay. So basically the premise is that we're playing as a root, and we're playing as a ginger route, and but we were interested in it. We were very, very committed to basically this player character. We really wanted to have this beautiful shape to play as. But then we Googled it and found out that it's not actually a root vegetable, and the game is basically us going on a hero's adventure to discover that in the end it doesn't matter if we're a root or not. But you'll find that out if you play the game. Were there really any challenges? I think in general we had a very ambitious scope, firstly.
Yeah, the ambitious scope was the character controller, so I worked 48 hours on this one. Yeah, and yeah, in general it was really cool to see how people reacted to the controlling, especially did some research for that, and yeah, thanks for working. It was really good pleasure to work with you guys.
It was a cool team, yeah. In summation. Thanks for listening.
Hidden Harvest is the next one. After that, it's Play the Root Notes. Play the Root Notes is here. You want to show something? Perfect. So you can come up here, plug yourself in, and you are getting ready. Ready?
Yeah. Hi everybody. So we are a two-people team. That's Luca and I'm Timo, and we made Hidden Harvest, which is like a puzzle game, a mixture between memory, Sudoku, and Minesweeper, I would say. So our original idea was that you uncover these vegetables, but they also have some informations attached to them. So when you hover over them at the bottom, you see that some of them, for example, the potato can't lie next to other stones. So you have some information about where the stones may be. And on the right, you see what vegetable you should uncover next to get points. And yeah, so you see after you play the game for some time, more and more vegetables get uncovered. And yeah, when the level is completed, you get a new level which is bigger and more complex. But that brings us maybe to the interesting point, or for us, the learning experience. Because both of us don't really enjoy level design a lot. So instead we made a level generator, which works kind of. It works, as you can see, but the levels are not always that great. Like some levels just give you 11 stones and 1 potato, for example, or not a potato, but whatever. So if we built the levels by hand, we would have a lot better levels. But now we can play the game ourselves and are surprised by the outcome. So it has both sides. And also I learned a lot about, or I noticed that my approach of making a level generator was not the best. We basically just brute force all possible ways the vegetables can be, and that takes a long time. So just figuring out levels for a 4x4 grid takes like half an hour calculation time. So yeah, not great, but a big learning experience. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you. So next up is Play the Root Notes, and then it's gonna be For Rest. So For Rest is here, perfect. So For Rest can already come up here. Pizza is also gonna be here soon. Yes, probably. We'll see it at 7. It should come. Yeah, I've already told him, but yeah. Wouldn't be a game jam without technical difficulties.
Yeah, hi everybody. I'm Gabriel. Well, I'm going to explain a little bit. Yeah, I need to use this because I'm alone. I need to explain the sad story of what happened with my group. Basically, we were 4 people at the beginning. One of the guys didn't came up the second day. The other guy got sick, and then the other guy, Harry, had a little bit of time to work on the game, but not too much. So we have more a concept than a game, I will say, but I can still demonstrate what I did. Because it was very musical, the idea that we had, so I was working on the generative music of, and I can show the system, and maybe a little bit of the level if there's time, but it isn't working that well. But well, what's the game about? Basically, we interpret the root as a root of a tree, but also the root of a chord. So the idea was that you're like a little beetle that has to feed water to the forest, but it's a musical forest, and every part of the forest has a different root node. And when you feed water to one part of the forest, you start to hear like the scales and everything. And then when you go to another part of the forest, then there's a modulation to another root node, so you have like other scales. So it was supposed to be kind of a Zen experience, like just going around, like, and yeah, I can show how this is working, the music. So right now, for example, I'm in the key of C. So you will hear this root note, and then you have these water drops that will make a rhythm. These rhythms are randomized. And basically then when you bring the water to one of the plants of the forest, this rhythm will become an instrument. And then maybe you go to another part of the forest and it's not in C, let's try G. And maybe you will have more water. And then when you put some water in this plant or in this tree, then maybe you will have another instrument. And then while you go walking around, also these sequences from the instruments will change. And then you can also have, I don't know, you walk around to another place, and then you will hear some other instruments as well. So this was kind of the idea, like you just go around exploring, and there's mystery to be found in the music, and it goes changing the whole time. So that was kind of what we wanted to do, but unfortunately, besides this system that I finished, we didn't have much more to show. But in any case, I can show perhaps, we still have time? Okay. Well, but thank you. That's the idea.
Thank you. Next game is going to be For Rest. You? Perfect. And then after that's going to be Stack or Stock or Stock. I don't know how it's pronounced. Okay, Stock comes up and you're next.
Cool. Can you hear me? All right. I know it's getting late. We're all growing tired. That's no reason to get rude. Our game is For Rest, a growing concern. We have tried to explore the idea of having to uproot yourself and move to a different location, maybe leave people that have grown on you behind to find better spaces or just a new experience. And so we've tried to express that through this wonderful tree-person character, that whenever you stop moving around, you start growing a tree that eventually grows into a forest. The idea was that over time, this actually takes place over a long, long time. So ideally, this would run over weeks, if not months, if not years. If you stand still for too long, you can't move anymore. The longer you wait, the longer it'll take you to actually break free, which is here just wiggling the movement controls. And yes, we're just trying to explore those themes. I should have prepared better, I admit.
you very much. So next up, it's going to be Stuck. And then afterward, it's going to be ROOT. ROOT is here? Yes, perfect.
The X. Hi. My name is Johannes. I made a card game that's called Stack. And Stack is an anagram to Skat, and also it's a stack of cards. Very smart name. You might know me from this game, but that's not the game we're talking about today. It's this game, Stack. I got the idea for Stack. It has basically nothing to do with roots. I mean, it's about square cards and the square roots and stuff, but go on. This is Settlers of Catan the Duel, which has these cool square cards, and I really like these square cards. And I thought, hey, cool, these cards, I want to make like more of a classic trading card game that is like a little bit Magic-esque. And the good thing about it is that like normal cards, they have like 3 states, right? They're flipped, they are open, and they're tapped. And the square cards, they have like 5 states because, you know, they have 4 directions and stuff. I mean, you could technically do this with the normal cards, but you don't. So that's one of the things they can do. So I was thinking a lot about like turning them and also placing them in the grid. And so you can do like, you know, you see all these symbols, you know, that's how they interact with each other. And now we're gonna try to play it. And I made this in Playing Cards IO, which is a pretty cool, like a tabletop engine. Are you there, Nikki? Anyway, thanks to everyone who played us at this, by the way, including Nikki for doing all the stuff now. Okay, so like we would just draw some cards, and I think we're both player 1. Okay, that's not good. Okay, you're player 2. So 5 cards. Yeah. So you can see they have like cost, right? 2 fire mana, and then there's like lands. So I place the land, and I have just 0 now. So now it's your turn, Nikki. Yes, so you're done? Okay. So now I'm drawing a card. You know all of this. Everyone who has played Magic before will recognize any of these things. So now I place a... And now the turning of this is pretty important, right? So if I place it like this, it gives me fire mana. If I place it like this, it gives me land mana. And this one has like special signs that make it turn every round. Whoop. Like this. And it will turn, and then it will get more and more, then we'll be back again, and then I can place this bowman over here, and he can shoot long, and so on and so on. You've seen a lot of these mechanics in trading card games before, but now with turning and a grid, I guess.
So next game is ROT. Fungal we already had. I think that was the dating simulator different name, right? So there was a confusion there. And after that, so after ROT, we'll have some of the games that didn't make it to the registration sheet. I think we have 2 more. So those get ready now. Where are they? Is there any game that wanted to present? There was one, right? They're gone now. They're bored. So, no? Okay, we'll see. Maybe they show up.
Hello. The game is called ROT. Yeah, very original, I know. You're playing a system admin in a cultist organization. So what you do is every email that comes to the organization has to go through you, and you need to decide if you should forward that email to the original target, or you should just delete it if it contains any harmful content for your organization. So I don't really know what else to say. It had we were a team of 3 programmers, but the game didn't have really much programming work. It was mostly about content creation and writing those emails, inspired by mostly Papers, Please.
Thank you very much. So as the last presentation, I think so, at least it's going to be the last, we will have Root Force. And that's a good root pun.
Hi everyone. Yeah, it's less of a pun than the last game of the night. Super happy to actually make it. I'm Holger. I was in a team with Ludwig and Richie and with Marcel, and we made Root Force. So please enjoy this, please. So actually, it's like oh, it sounds louder, more sound. So basically, you're 2 neighboring bunnies that fight it out using their carrots. There are 2 conditions to win this thing. Either you get all of your carrots onto the field of the neighboring bunny, or you just like wait until the time runs out and see whoever has more carrots left. As you might notice, the carrots have like some sort of bouncing going on that happens whenever you hit someone or when you hit another carrot. So the more carrots you have on your field, the harder it gets to, like dodge and cover from the carrots, which will stun you when they hit you. So also a very sexy sound ambience here. So if anyone feels like playing this thing, we've got 2 controllers. You can play it against each other since it's a 2-player game, and we would very much love your feedback on this. I think that's good. That's enough. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Now with that, we are at the end of all the games that were produced here, if I'm correct. Or does somebody not feel represented by the games being shown? Good, perfect. So there's only a few last things to say. Of course, thanks you to everybody who participated here, because without you there wouldn't be a jam. You were amazing participants. Thanks to all the volunteers that helped us actually make this happen as well as the supporters, like the people who got supporter tickets, and to everybody who made this a reality. I would also reintroduce the team, but I think everybody's currently busy almost. So we have Matt over here currently doing the tech. We have Luca, who's again preparing food, like he's helping bringing in all the pizzas, and he also did a lot of the food during the jam itself. Jenny is also somewhere. Jenny is also helping out there. Oh right, Jenny is currently doing chat moderation. We have Clemens, who helped us as well. And I'm Kevin. I also ran around and gave advice to people that they didn't want and didn't need. And one last thing for the future. We're doing this game jam now for 7 years or 8 years. The very first one we did with Thorsten, and Thorsten started it way before that. It has quite grown over that time. And I want to invite you for next year to either approach us and help us with it, so to help us organize it, or even organize your own venue in Berlin maybe. Because there's way more jammers than we can handle in one location. There were some people who couldn't participate just because the limited space that we have. So if you think that maybe there should be more venues, there should be more spots, then feel free to also organize a venue, also approach us with that. We can help you with like stuff, with knowledge, with equipment and all these other things as well. So that being said, what happens now? Because you've all sit very patiently in this very stuffy hot room by now, so probably we'll also open some windows and get some air in here. But we need to reorganize this room a little bit. So everybody will, or almost everybody will need to clear out here. And most people will need to take the chair they're sitting on with them. All except the first 1, 2, 3 rows. So yes, you're lucky. So everybody back there, you will need to grab your chair and get out of there and put it somewhere. We'll figure it out once you get out of there. All the people, not yet. Let me finish. All the people from, or one person from each jam team should stay in here, help us put up the tables for the showcase, and then put up their notebook for the game. Because later on, in like 10 to 15 minutes, you will be able to come in here and play all of the games, or most of the games that were presented here. Some games will be somewhere else. The board game will be out there behind the reception. The Worm game will be upstairs. So you can play all the games here. In the meantime, there is also pizza being prepared outside that you can eat. There's also some amazing pasta and chili that's left over. Which is still very good. There's drinks in the fridges that you can also take. They're here for that. And I think that's pretty much everything. So one thing for the pizza and the drinks, let the jammers go first. So because they've been doing this for 48 hours now. If they don't get pizza, then they will be very, very sad. So let the jammers go first and then go grab a slice. And Luca wants to say
one last thing. Many of you might have forgotten, but you probably came in with a drink and you have it under your chair. Before you move things, grab that so we don't have glass breaking all over. Just this tiny notion.
But that wasn't the last thing, though. That wasn't the last thing. Sorry, there's more. There's more. But wait, there is more. So just one. Good. So I just want to let you know about some upcoming events that are interesting for everybody, but then also, of course, the jammers. The first thing that will happen very soon is the deadline for the Amaze Berlin Awards, where Matt will say something. Yes.
Yeah. So we actually expanded the deadline a little bit so that it's after the Global Game Jam. So if you did a cool game, you can still submit it there. There's lots of options to do that, from ranging for submitting for free until the 50 euros I think is the regular thing. And it's a great place to exhibit your game, so just go there because you meet all the crazy other wild people there and you can, just meet, greet and show your stuff. Yeah, and that's it. It's really short. Go there.
And another event that happens every month is the Game Creators Hangout, which is just a place you can go to and hang out with other people. I'm assuming everybody who is here who lives in Berlin will be there at the next one, which is at the 2nd of March. It's always at the first Thursday in each month. And then last but not least, it can almost be read. There's the mini jam happening every 2 months, which is currently being run digitally. So if you can't get enough of game jamming, then this is a perfect place to continue doing so. These are shorter jams. They're usually like around 8 hours, but they're also great fun and they're happening every 2 months. So with that, hopefully everybody can still remember all the instructions that I gave you. Maybe I should have done a different order. So grab your drink, grab your chairs, get out, jammers stay in here and help us, and have fun. Thank you.